Before we start this EveryLift, I'd like you to show you a lift. That specific lift is filmed 1 year after I filmed that same lift. It's obviously an Otis Gen 2 with TFT LCD indicator, which is basically a screen indicator on the inside, which you can tell by many colors. It's not ELD but TFT LCD. And the outside indicator are SDN LCD. So yeah, that's right. It plugs in Chef's Bar Cultural Center, of course. As a lift enthusiast, retake. Everyone likes lift retakes. Gen 2. Of course. Generation 2. Most basic capable. Now moving on to the actual video. Now to begin the actual EveryLift. Before we do anything right now, we're going to say that this is the second real-life EveryLift I have done in 2022. So yeah, the first building we go to is the Promenade. And to the first lifts, you may remember them because I filmed them like 5 years ago. So yeah, that's why the Hyundai. Of course you guessed it because I said Hyundai. Of course a Hyundai. Which will choose this? Ground floor security guard. And one doesn't. Stopping in G would mean security guard. Those lifts are the back ones. Less crowded than the front ones. Here it is.
Going up.
It's service lifts.
2. Door closing. Second floor. Door opening. Door closing.
Successful.
Going down. Third basement. Second basement. First basement. Ground.
Loud voice. It's a YPVF. Of fucking course. Noisy as fuck. Now to the next lift, which is the lift that I actually filmed 5 years ago. It's a Hitachi STVF. However, in 2022, They have covered some of the floors with cardboard, I guess. Maybe because of coronavirus bullshit. Or because people are finding ways to enter the mall in and bypassing the security checkpoints. I guess. That's right it. Let's take a retake of the infamous office lifts. In 2017, I recorded those lifts. Here. This shit.
15. Door closing. Floor. Door opening.
Normal cabinet.
Door closing. Third basement.
Hype fast Hyundai. Is this even an STVF?
Third basement floor. Door opening.
What the fuck?
Door closing. Ground.
I will risk with the fucking security. Of course. The old DTC, they maintained shit and installed it. Because the LTGC problem with Hyundai.
Ground floor.
Oh, this mall even has a fucking street cat. Because they don't have cats. Look at this kitty. Now to the next lift in the Promenade, which is also Hyundai, the same visor, of course. However, it is not covered with some type of wood, I guess, meaning that the interior is more nicer than the other visor, which had itself been covered. Let's find the visor. How many Hyundais out there? There's so many. Of course, this shit. Textures. And one. The voice is so loud that you can hear it on the outside.
Going up. 2. Door closing. Second floor. Door opening.
Nice clocks you have. And it's an MRL. Maybe VPVF, YPVF, I think. Now to the next building. Enter the first lift in this building, which has a very special type of lift. It's American styled, and you cannot find it a lot here in Kuwait. It's like the only one type. Like what I mean by the only one type is like only one of them supposedly exists, but there's like somehow a little bit more of them that also exists. So yeah, that's why there's supposedly only one type of lift in Kuwait. What the fuck am I in Plaza? Wait, is that an Otis Elevonic? Holy shit. Sees 3 fixtures, sees 1 indicator. That's so strange. But hey, at least they have a fucking lift. It is. Local spots doesn't even fucking work. What do you expect? Who even uses imperial measurement system in Kuwait? Otis. Elvonic 311, I guess. It's a hydraulic. Why the fuck I can't press the door close button? Except when doors open, not working. Of course, overload. It's Otis. Fucking Otis. Awesome shit. In Plaza complex, for the next lift, it's in H&M. You know, this is a shopping mall, so you could see H&M, LC Wakiki, and other shit like that. However, the H&M shop had an Otis. However, it's quite unusual Gen 2, probably the new ones. So I suppose I should record this and use the excuse of let's fucking go, shall we? Ma'am, you have an Otis Gen 2. A fucking Gen 2 with this fucked up sensor. Of course, it's a fucking Gen 2 with white button lighting. How strange. Wait, is that a new Gen 2? Holy shit, that's my first Otis Gen 2 live, I guess. Installed in 2019. Quite fucking posh. For 3 floors. Shame. Made in 2019. Uses kilograms instead of the shitty LBS. I'm not even fucking American. Too American. Even has the lights here. And things are going down. Now to the last lift in the Plaza complex, which is basically another Otis. However, it's like one of the European ones, and it's not made in 2019. It's like made in around the 90s. Let's fight it. Office lifts, also another Otis. Of fucking course. This shit is here. Gold. Or brass. Actually brass. Is that an Otis 2000 PF? Fucking. Fucking safe, I guess. All the way from 1998. 6th fucking floor. Perfect. This lift is so fucking posh. That's better than most TF art I fucking saw in DeviantArt. I regret going to DeviantArt. I'm so fucking addicted to that shitty site. Oh, I should end this fucking video. Bye, bitches. Now to the next building, which is Aliyah complex. However, there's I can't even find a single lift there. However, I managed to take a picture of the escalator. However, there's a shitty ass security guard that shouted at me, even though I did nothing, and accused me of something. I don't know. I had to leave the building after he shouted at me. So yeah, now to Sondos complex, which is have the similar lift to Plaza complex office lifts, which is also the final lift of Plaza complex lift. Plus, it's also the low spec version, it's more cheaper and more shit. I mean, let's ride it. And who fucking cares if it's shit or not? I'm not an artist. Of fucking course. Wait. Out of service. What a disappointment. This isn't actually out of service. It's just a piece of shit. Artist shop we have once it fucking again. Seventh segment indicator. All the way from 1998. Basement. I go to floor Floor A. They can't display M, so they display A. 7th segment issue. Get to seal. Suffer, I think. Oh, fucking shit. This lift uses 7th segment. I think it smells like shit. Yeah, fucking shit. Now to our B complex and to the next lift, which is an Otis. Away! But the most disappointing thing is, go ahead, you'll find out. Asian Otis, aka Chinese shit. That is a piece of shit as well. Dirty. Straight. Posh Trot's room. I'm glad with the Posh Trot's room. Too much Otis isn't great. Today I filmed American Otis, European Otis, and now Chinese Otis. Of fucking course, Chinese made Otis. The cap looks like a piece of shit. What a disappointment. What the fuck? What the fuck's wrong with this button? I don't like all this shit. Wait. I think this is an Orange 4000. Has this chain. Ding dong. The G button works, but it's a piece of shit. Even the G button doesn't even fucking light up. It only makes a slight red light with shitty LEDs. I do not like this lift. Mezzanine? Fuck. Now to the next building and to the next lift, which is a super rare lift. 1 swing door, 2 automatic door. Unfortunately, button replaced, but still they're also considered original if you don't count the buttons. Plus, this isn't the actual final lift of this EveryLift, because there's one lift in Sundo's complex that we haven't filmed yet, but we're going to show the lift before the Sundo complex apartment lift, obviously. Let's try this, but not the Sundo's complex one, of course. Shit! Lift and a swing door. That's right, the swing door. What the fuck's wrong with this indicator? Whoa, yeah. It is like it's fucking here. Look at the doors. Fucking loud fan. Sabian! Not fucking Sabian. Holy shit, it doesn't even have an inner door. But the buttons are replaced. Look, a fucking Sabian. How fucking amazing is this Italian shit. 1 point score. What the fuck does that mean? Is that an odd symbol for mezzanine? Look. Even has a fucking indicator. Even though it's not made for a swing door lift. How many shit do they have to fucking put? A swing door lift in crate. And it's legit a fucking legit one. Oh. And this is the main shit. There it is. Another stadium or one. Holy shit. Another fucking loud AC. I guess this might be a stadium or an Awana. I don't fucking know, but it might be an Awana. And they never even show the fucking capacity. How fucking stupid are they? And the buttons are replaced with Shanghai step. Oh, this is how they display mezzanine, they do this. Now going back to Sundo's complex and to the final lift for real. This lift is same as the other lift in Sundo's complex, but it served more floors. However, is it actually same quality as the mall lift or not? Let's find out. Fucking cars, a lift, even unlocked. All decks, apartment building has this light. Holy fucking shit. A for ass. Ass floor. Another one doesn't, I guess. It is. Quite shabby area. What is? She doesn't behave. This shit makes my... What the fuck? Oh, well, nice auto button you have. I hope I don't fuck up a resident of this shit all. Full of chaps. Close, you fucking piece of shit. Thank you. Stepfather. What the fuck is this shit all? And the fucking basic cab. And the only lighting is the panel itself. How amazing. Look how this shit lights. Look. Look. I think I'm pissed off a resident. Here it is.